Alright, you might remember me going on about pistons and if I clean them and stuff like that. Well, today is all about the turbo of the engine. This is it. And what I've done is I've managed to strip it down. You can this way. Right. Yeah, I managed to strip it down, so there's usually another piece what goes on here and it goes to your exhaust cat and then goes to the back part. But there's been a problem with this turbo because it's not been working. So I've decided to strip it down and have a look. Now, normally when you flip it over, you can see the little turbine blades inside. You know, when that's your exhaust. So that naturally was full of carbon, which I've had to go and clean it up. And it's not too bad. I mean, there's bits of dents there, as you can see, bits of damage. Just flip it over that way, as you can see it going round. Actually, you'll see it better this way. So you know, you'll see it's right there, folded over. So that there needs sorting out and putting back in place. But what's worrying me the most is why this turbo failed is because when I did strip it, I actually found a bullet inside, and it's been rattling about, and there's been oil getting in anyway, and it's been coming out here, which it shouldn't do on these. It should be clear as anything. It should just be air. And it's been telling me that it's been leaking as well, so it definitely needs sorting out. I mean, the seal's here for that's your seal, and obviously that's failed, so I can put that back on and put some sealant over it, just like keep it in and make sure it does its job proper. So I can do that. It just saves me buying a new kit, because for kits for turbos these days you've got to order them from abroad, and it's you have to get them from Hong Kong and stuff like that. I've been looking at internet and it's just not worth paying out, you know. So I'll just have to do it the cheap way, because this turbo will eventually be replaced by a new one anyway in the next couple of months when the car's actually running on road. So it's just a matter of changeover. Right, obviously as you can see, that's the back of it. There's grounded in oil there, so all that needs sorting out. It needs coming off all that, because there shouldn't be oil there. It should be nice and clean like this. So as you can tell, it's had oil, you know, so that's just its cover. What's worrying me the most is oil ingraded. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be nice and clean like that as you take it off. The turbo is what it is. It's supposed to be just used for air. Like you get your exhaust fumes come out here, go into this spins, and it really that's just right for a spin. But oil's like been coming out this way, up the pipe and back into the air box, and that's what's been happening. But as you can see here, with the blades, they're actually curled. There. You'll see it a lot better actually. I'll show you something. You'll see it a lot better because it is actually look out. But put the lid back on. Right, now you can see from inside it what I'm talking about. You see how bent it is there. So that's it. That needs sorting out. So it needs bending back. I'm going to do that in a minute. So it's like I've been looking on eBay for different stuff, and it's going to cost me a lot, at least part of 300 quid for a new turbo, reconditioned actually. So it's going to have to be done, whether I like it or not. Right, because the rotation of the blades is okay, as it is no noise. You know, you can spin it and it seems alright. So they actually spin both sides. There's no crunching or anything. So that's okay. I do need to take this apart inside here and find out what other oil I can get off and try to clean it up and lubricate it before it does go back on the car, because it'd be hard to try to start the car and something else goes wrong with this. So it's better off doing it now than later on. Now, right, so let's start with that one. So all you do, grab it and twist it back, just in position, just so it brings it back out again. That's one. That one's curled over, so that one needs to It's broke actually there, as you can see. But it doesn't matter about that because it'll be alright. There we are. And then there's another one. What needs curling back. Be careful when you're bending these back because they're only it's aluminium this. You can get two sorts. You can get the aluminium one, which is this, the turbine, or you can get the titanium, which is very strong metal, which I might go for next. It's just a lot easier that way. That's it. They seem to be coming more or less back in order. Just getting them straight again, so it'll just last for a couple of months, so I can replace the other, get the new turbo. Because really, I've only just stripped this down, and to be honest, I've not really had a good look at it yet. But why I've got it like this, I might as well just bend them back as best as I can. I think that looks more or less straight again now. That. There we are. Yeah, looks more or less better. That. It's one snap there, as you can see. It has snapped, so there's nothing I can do about that. Now, let's put it back in. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, look at that, more or less straight. Just one, what's worrying me I can see. Yeah, it's there where it's broke. So what I can do is take it back out again. It seems like that problem out. There we are. Just grab that and but the best way, well, there we are, it's just come off. There you go. Just come off. But it don't matter about that. As long as the blades are straight inside and not catching anything, then I'm happy with that. They come out here, and there's another one on the other side. So you just get two things, take it out, and they both come off. Because it needs changing anyway, because that's loose and it shouldn't be loose. That should be stiff there, and it shouldn't move at all, and that should. As you can hear it, there's pressure. So what you need that stuck. So I think a bit of sealant will do that. As you can hear it. That's pressure now, it's got its pressure. And that's why another thing might work. If I can get a bit of sealant on that, put it round there, and then stick it to it, and then just let it do its homework, sorting itself out. I've got to take that off, not today, but again, and you know, other things, but yeah, I'm happy with that. So I've got to clean all that off because I can't put it on back the way it was. So all that needs cleaning off, it needs polishing up, see if I can find a blade or something for it to replace. If I do that, I don't need to buy a new one. Just put it back on for now. And there we are. Better straight now, it's better than what it was. And you can actually hear the pressure. It's not too bad. So that's your turbo, that's more or less how you fix your turbo. If you keep your blade straight, that, and then you can hear it. There you go. And that's working now, that. Which it weren't doing it before. But there's others on here what need bending back. And let's take that out again. Right. Grab it there. But really these are a lot stiff, I might as well leave these alone. Yeah, could do with just leaving these alone. Tell you what. Just give them a tap. Straighten it out a bit. Make sure you don't catch nothing. Any ones that are stuck out, give them a bit of a tap, and it'll make it a lot smoother now for it rotates. Just inside what I'm worried about, because I don't want it catching this barrel in here, which it already has, as you can tell. It's been scraping away and it's kept it up. I've had to clean it up, but it's wore it down as well. So I need to keep it away from this and just keep it free, so it's like fruit niggle, and it keeps rotating freely. That's about it for the turbo. And that's it, you just pop it on, keep hold of that, and then there you go. Just spin it now and there's nothing catching it. There you go. And that's right now, that turbo. Okay, there's another thing I'm going to show you, a bit of a tip for you. Right, a lot of people say that when an engine does go, it's down to the timing. Right, it's not, because it weren't with this engine. This engine suffered a loss of compression in its piston, and as you can see the damage, it's took the valve and it were banging on the head. That's what did this engine, and other problems with it apart from, well, these were shells out of a Ford engine, right? Now that shell is perfectly normal. It's a bit of scratch, but all you have to do is to sand it down a bit, right? That's normal, that, for a shell. Even on the other side, as you can tell, it's got its dye there, so it's been put in that. Right? Now this is what happens when your timing belt or anything got to do with timing. See them dents on it? That's what it does to it on the crank. When your timing belt snaps, that's the damage it does to it. So on the shells I showed on the other video, did it have them dents on? So I know for a fact it wasn't the timing, because the timing got put on. I changed the timing belt on that car on the 9th of the 2nd 2011, and it was 2 weeks after that this problem occurred and the car got took off the road. So I know for a fact it was not the timing, because I've got the pins and I locked it up and I know what I'm doing. So it's definitely not down to the timing. This was down to loss of compression of the engine, which has been a problem before my mate had it. So that's why, well, he brought it from a garage, right, and this guy, he was banging away, and it was just causing nothing but problems. But apparently the geezer who had the garage is now shut down, so I've been told, which I'm glad, because I hate people like that who rip people off all the cars what are knackered. And also when I stripped this engine, I actually found dirt on the pistons and everything, like it being proper sabotaged. So there's another thing I'm going to do as well for this car, is change all the barrels, the door locks, and also the ignition, because for all I know, you could have a spare key to that car and you can always come back and try to sabotage it again, and it'd be me what would be getting the blame for it, not him, because I would have been classed as the last one to be touching it. So no, getting change of bells and also a new key as well. So sorted. So yeah, I'll be showing you more in greater detail about this turbo. I'll be putting it back together with a new, its original attachment, out for seal up a turbo with its seal. I can reuse that because there's no rips in it, so it's sorted. All it needs is a bit of a clean up and it'll be right. And I can stick it back on and it'll be sorted. So yeah, right, that'll be on my next video. Okay.